Guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how to build a text field that can autofill the addresses using Google Maps API. So in this video, we'll be integrating Google Maps API into our reactjs application and see how we can get access to Google Maps API. This is going to be a very interesting project. Stay tuned till the end of the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. So guys, before we start building this project, we need to figure out how to get access to Google Maps API. To get an access to Google Maps API, we have to log into something called Cloud Console. So I'm just going to search Cloud Console in the browser and I'll just go to the first link here because I am already logged in to Cloud Console with my email ID, so I can directly go to the console. If you are new to Google Cloud Console, just create an account, sign up using your Gmail ID and then go to the console. So I'm just going to enter my password here and go to the console dashboard. So once I log in, I'll land on this dashboard. I'll be able to see the list of projects that I have here. If you do not have a project, just create a new project under which you want to create access to Google Maps API. So once you have a project, you can go to API and services. If you are not able to find this option here, you can also directly search here in the search bar API and services. So here in API and services, I can just go to credentials. And here under the credentials, I already have my API key here. But before we generate an API key, we have to go to enabled API and services. And here I should be able to find the list of all the APIs that are enabled for my account. You need to make sure that you have two APIs enabled to build this project. One of them is going to be Places API and another is going to be Maps JavaScript API. If you are not able to find these two APIs in the enabled section, you can go to enable API and services and search for Maps JavaScript API, and once you search for that, you will be able to find the Maps JavaScript API. Click on that and here you will be able to enable this API. For my account, it's already enabled. Same way, you can also find the Places API in the API and credentials. Search for Places API and then go to Places API and you can enable the API here. So once you have enabled both the APIs, we can go back to the API and services. So here under the API and services, before we generate an API key under the credentials section, we have to fill the auth consent screen. If your account is new, you have to fill that first before generating an API key. So on the auth consent form, you just have to create an app. So for my account, this app is already been created. If you see that there is no app existing there, you just have to fill this form. So in this form, if I click on edit app, you can see that I have just filled the name of my app and the email ID. So you just have to fill the two fields here, that is app name and the email ID. And if you scroll down, you will be able to find email ID here as well. So once you fill the name and the email ID, click on save and continue. And then just click on save and continue. You can leave all these sections blank and then directly go to the summary and then submit this form. For my account, it's already submitted. So once you have submitted the auth consent screen, you can go to the credentials and here under the credentials, you can create credentials and API key. Once you create a credentials in the API key, you will be able to find your API key here. I have already created the API key here, so I can click on show key and I'll be able to use this API key in my React project. So guys, that's how we need to generate the API key. If you have any queries on how to generate the API key, you can reach out to me directly. You will find a link to my website in the description. I'll be able to help you generate the API key for your Google account. So one more thing I want to cover is that before you generate an API key, it may also ask you to set up a billing for this account. For example, add your card details in the payment method section. So you can go to the payment methods and add your card details before you generate your API key. So now let's go to the Visual Studio Code and start creating this app from scratch. So guys, I have a fresh React application that is running on localhost 3000. So to start building this application, we are going to be using a package that is React Google Maps. So here in the browser, I can search for React Google Maps and I should be able to find the npm package that is React Google Maps API. So I'm just going to click on this link and look at the documentation of React Google Maps API. So here you can see that they have provided a chunk of code that can be used to integrate Google Maps API into our project. So here you can see that they are making some imports here, and then within this component they are loading the Google Maps API with the help of this function, which is being imported from this package, that is React Google Maps API. So to start building this project, I'm just going to copy this command from here, go back to my React application that is already open in my Visual Studio Code, and here in the terminal I'm just going to install React Google Maps API in the project. So now this package has been installed into this project. Let's go back to the documentation again, and here we can see that they are making some imports here that we are going to need from this package. So I'm just going to copy this line of code and go back to Visual Studio Code and make the imports that we are going to need from this package. And here under the app, I'm just going to place this chunk of code here, which is loading the Google Maps API. So here I'm just going to copy that and go back to my app and copy this chunk of code. So here in this chunk of code, we have to put our API key that we got from the Cloud Console. So as to place a API key here, I have a .env file in my React project. If you don't have a .env file in your project, you can create one and then go to the .env file, and here under the .env file we are going to create a variable that is going to be React app Google Maps API key. And here I'm just going to place my API key, which I'm not going to share in this video. You can get your API key from the Cloud Console and put it here. So guys, I have placed my API key in the .env file. So now I can place my API key here by writing something like process.env.react app Google Maps API key. So you just need to make sure that this name is matching with the name that you have assigned in the .env file. So guys, now we have replaced the API key here. Let's go back to the browser and refresh the application here. So if I refresh the application here in the console, you can see that my isLoaded variable has been set to true after the render of this component. So this is an indication that my API is working fine. Now I can start building this application and use this API in my project. So to start building, I'll go back to my Visual Studio Code. So here I'm just going to remove all the default code that we have here, and here in the main div container I'm just going to put some styling, which is just to align all the content in the center. So I'm just going to say margin top is going to be 10%, and we are going to align all the text within this div component to center. So here inside my div container, I'm just going to create a simple input field where user can start typing the address. So I've just placed a simple input field here that is saying that start typing your address as a placeholder, and it has some CSS applied to it. So in this video we are just not going to focus too much on the CSS. So you can apply the CSS and the styling as you want this input to look like on the front end. Now let's go to the browser and see how it's looking on the front end. So now here we can see that our input field is looking fine. I can start typing something here, but as of now our Google API is not working because we have not implemented the Google API. So now what I want is, as soon as I start typing some address here, I should be able to see a drop down that can guide the user to autofill the address, and all these addresses are going to come from Google Maps API. So that's what we are going to implement on this input field. So to implement Google Maps API on this input field, I'm just going to make some imports here. I'm just going to import a component that is going to be standalone search box from React Google Maps API. I'm also going to make one more import that is going to be use ref from React to create a references to this component. And here in this chunk of code where we are loading the Google Maps API, we are just going to pass one more parameter here that is going to be libraries, and the library that we are going to be using to autofill the addresses is going to be places library. So now we have all the imports here. We are just going to create a reference variable here that is going to be our input reference by using a use ref from React. So to implement the Google Maps API on this input field, what we have to do is we have to enclose this component within standalone search box that is coming from React Google Maps API. So I'm just going to wrap this input field within this standalone search box component. And here I'm just going to put a condition that this component should be loaded only if my Google Maps API has loaded in the application. So I'm just going to wrap this component within this condition. So this component is only going to load if my is loaded variable is true, which means that my Google Maps API has been loaded into my application successfully. So we are also going to add some parameters here in the standalone search box. So here in the standalone search box, I'm just going to pass a parameter that is going to be on load. So whenever this component is going to be loaded, I'm just going to set my input reference dot current is equal to reference. So my input reference, that is a use ref variable that we have created here, is going to be referring to this component. And here we are also going to put one more function that is going to be on places changed, and we are going to create a function handle on places changed. So as of now we don't have this function in the application, so here above the return statement I'm just going to create a function handle on places changed. So whenever user will be changing the address in the input field, we are just going to get that address by using our input reference dot current dot get places. So this get places function is an inbuilt function within this component that is standalone search box. So this is going to give us the address that user has selected from the autofill, and we can actually console log this address to see if it's working fine. So I'm just going to console log my address here. So now let's see how our application is working now. So if I refresh it, so we can see that our input field is there, and if I start typing some address here, so this is giving me a lot of suggestions here. So I'm just going to select one of the suggestion that Google Maps API is giving me, and here in the console you can see that I am able to log that address by using the function that we have defined. So guys, our Google Maps API is working fine in the application. So that's all I wanted to cover in this video. So if you found a value in this video, you can leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.